Alright, ladies and gents, we are back with The Legend of Sauda? Yes, by Creatorforce. Okay, so we've got 3 more maps to go through. That's actually a little loud for me. Let's just jump into it, why not? It's pretty fun Odyssey so far. I love the idea that there's like, Odysseys being made around like lore and themes rather than just makes you shit your pants with difficulty. I really appreciate that, to be honest. Not that I don't appreciate the difficulty parts. Wait. Oh, right, I forgot about that. I said right at the start of the first video that this map would be easy with a boat, but then we weren't allowed boats. Huh. Okay, so I need another plan. That's fair, that's fair. What can we use instead of a boat? Well, admittedly, Sauda's already got massive amounts of DPS. Instead of a boat, we could probably afford one tier 5. Might not necessarily be a good one. Can we afford a crossbow master? 95 to 15, so that's like 300, 900, 4,000 we'll say, and then another 2,300. Yeah, so we probably could afford a crossbow master. However, we would have to rely on Sauda for literally every single lead balloon that comes through until then. So I'm thinking maybe instead we go for something that's a little cheaper but probably more effective. So Sauda here I want to say is a good idea. Okay, so let's do that. Just to start, Sauda's always a great start. And then here's what I'm thinking. Necromancer to revive balloons and throw them back. Recursive cluster to do exactly what recursive cluster does. And then an alchemist to buff them all. I feel like that's quite solid. And then if we have any extra, we'll go for like a Moab Mauler maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's for sure. But yeah. So Sauda's biggest weakness is leads, at least for the moment. So we'll put in our lovely friend here to deal with that. Easy as pie. And I think we'll be good from there. Yes. Yes. It is a lovely sunny day for once in Australia. Well, at least west side. Yeah, we've had some pretty shit weather lately, but now it's starting to pick up. Obviously, we're in sort of... Is it the end of winter? Start of spring? Yeah, I think we're in the start of spring. Summer? No. Fuck. Not summer. September. September, I think, is the start of spring for us. Or at least... you know, maybe middle of spring. I don't know. I don't keep up with the seasons. I don't ask how their day is doing very often, which I think is a shame, honestly. But yeah, it's a nice day for once. I'm not doing the weather report. I just felt like giving a bit of a commentary on it because it is really lovely weather. Anyway, basically the only things on my mind at the moment is one of my doggos, not my dog specifically, it's my sister's dog, but essentially he's had a bit of a complication and had to go to the vet overnight recently, which, you know, has been quite sad for everyone, but he's back now. You know, he's a little dash hound. If you don't know, well, at least according to my sister, who is a vet, dash hounds are quite susceptible to back problems because they're just so long and their little tiny short legs are not super supportive, but like, yeah, it's mainly the length. Like if they're ever hopping up onto something or hopping down onto something, there's a lot of weight of their spine just sort of pressing in on itself as they're coming down just on their front legs. You know, if you picture like a cat or like a dog jumping up on something, usually it's like sort of lift up the front paws or the front no, not hind, the front legs, and then kick off the back with your back legs. And then when you're landing, it's sort of the opposite. Your front legs go first, take the initial impact, and then like the rest of you comes down and the back legs land, and it's like, oh, everything's all good. But with dash hounds, it's a little more intense because they're really fucking long, and their short, tiny little legs don't exactly handle jumps super well. So yeah, keep that in mind if you've got a dash hound. Try not to let them jump off of or jump onto things that are like extremely high. Like obviously a step is fine. If they can step up, it's fine. But if they've got to like do the whole rocket launch fucking NASA straight up position sort of thing, then yeah, maybe try and prevent that, because back problems are certainly a thing that they're known for. But who knows? Maybe I'm full of shit. But that's essentially what my sister's dog has been through, and so he's just resting now. He's got a bunch of medication to take and keep on top of just to sort of ease the pain, and we're making sure that there's literally nothing that can be jumped onto or off of by a tiny little sausage. But yeah, other than that, things have been going well. My sister's birthday was fairly recently, and mine's actually coming up pretty soon. A little bit excited for that because I have an idea about what I'm gonna get. Have an idea, don't know for sure, but you know, I do like a good surprise. I don't know how many people, like family-wise and friend-wise, know that. So like, if for example they tell me I'm getting one thing, it could be a ploy. They could be lying straight to my face and being like, haha, it was all a ruse. I actually got you this other thing. You still like it, and you still love it, but you weren't expecting it, you know? I could fully understand that, but I don't know. I've never really had a surprise party in my life. I've always wanted one, but at the same time it feels like a bit of a cop-out if you ask for one, because then you expect it. So, little tricky. Little bit of a conundrum on that side. Oh, that's awkward. I don't like that. We can get away with fully destroying that, I think. But yeah, who wouldn't love a surprise party? Well, I guess people that don't like surprises, but I love them. Sadly, I don't think... There we go. Wow. Okay, that was so much easier for some reason. But yeah, I just love the idea of, like... This may sound kind of weird, but I love the idea of, like... You know, people seemingly forgetting about an important event, and then later on them being like, haha, you fucking idiot, we remembered. But at the same time, you can't really distinguish that from them actually forgetting and then remembering later on and being like, oh shit, we need to do something. But yeah, I do genuinely think I would enjoy a surprise party. I think. I don't actually know. I've never experienced it. Maybe it's entirely shit and overhyped, and I just don't know. But I've never had one before. I've never even been a part of one. Like, the closest I've come to being a part of a surprise party is like when you know, in high school you figure out that it's one of the teachers' birthdays today, and then you try and sort of like, I don't know, coordinate with the class and try and all say happy birthday at the same time or some shit. It always goes wrong, but yeah, that's like the closest I've come to being involved with a sort of quote-unquote surprise party. It was pretty fun, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's not the full-on surprise party experience, and I think that's gonna do it for the budget. I think that's a solid combo of upgrades. We got a couple shimmers, we got some necromancers, recursive claws to clean up everything that gets decamoed. Sauda is going to be our main source of Moab damage, but the alpha buff is applying to everyone here just in case we need extra damage. And are we good? I don't know how we'll fare against the BFB, honestly. It might be a tricky one, but we'll see. I'm hoping that the necromancers can really pull their weight. Because, I mean, so far so good. Moabs are popping here, which is good, but at the same time, There's a lot of room for this to go badly. I'm just hoping that Sauda levels up enough to get, first of all, Balloon Bleed. Balloon Bleed's insane. And second of all, maybe some extra mob damage, maybe even, you know, just regular damage, extra swinging speed, whatever you need. Just, you know, get something, because I am not feeling too confident about this BFB just now. And the leveling up process is as slow as ever. Come on. Nice. Okay, Balloon Bleed's good. Balloon Bleed's insane. That is actually beautiful. 3 layers of balloon with each strike, and causes slow damage over time effect, which means, you know, extra damage. Oh yeah, there we go. Now the balloons, now the mobs are popping up here. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, I like that. And we're closing in on 60, so we'll see how we go. But so far so good. But yeah, if you didn't know, my birthday is the 19th of September. It's funnily enough, it's exactly 2 weeks away from my sister's, who's just had hers recently. Funny how things work out, but yeah, should be a fun time. Should be a fun time. I don't know what I'm doing. I know my mates are planning to take me out somewhere. I don't exactly know where, but that'll be a bit fun, you know. That's I guess in a sense that's a sort of surprise party thing. They probably did tell me at one point, but I've also confused myself because they said, "Where do you want to go?" I said one place like earlier in the year, and then when it came closer to the date, I was like, "Oh, actually, this other place." So, you know, they haven't officially told me which one they settled on, but who knows? It'll be fun to find out. Is this not enough damage? It might be. Oof. Okay, okay. Maybe with an earlier ability we can pop that before the necro balloons fully wear out. So if we jump on you now, it'll do a little bit of damage. Not the most, but we'll get the ability back. Come on. And then again. Nope. Causes more problems. But at the same time, I feel like if I timed it better, maybe. So immediately jump. I think that's the solution. Beautiful. And then swords, swords, swords. I can't sell anything because if you don't know, that doesn't give you cash back. That just takes more, technically. Ooh, there we go. Shut it down early. Easy as. I knew we had it. Knew we had it. Was a little bit of a struggle, but we got there. Okay. Temple of Anubis. That's what I'm calling this now. This is not Adora's anymore. Right. Everything's camouflaged. Other than that, shit's normal. Cool. Very cool, very easy. Mainly because there's no limit on how much we can spend. So that 25,000 or however much we had left over can actually be put to use. Camo only. So sword is always a good pick. Probably want some sort of wall of fire / shimmer. Obviously leading into a necromancer, but you know, for the time being, just someone that, oh, actually, yeah, we'll go full shimmer so that we can put a recursive cluster up here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh my god, see, this is the ridiculousness that is these Odysseys sometimes, because we got so generously gifted like 7,000 plus cash on this one. You can easily place Sauda, afford a shimmer, afford a pretty damn good cluster bombs. It's certainly not bad. Brilliant amount of money. So we should, in theory, be fine. Actually, it is a little bit bad with this placement, but it's fine because we'll put down another shimmer later. Because the only bad thing about this placement is that no matter which path the balloons take, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna hit the shimmer first and then the bomb later. Which, you know, in theory, that's good, right? The bomb can't see camo. Hits the shimmer first, goes to the bomb later. The only problem is the wall of fire is an insane amount of DPS, and so is Sauda. And, you know, they kind of don't need the cluster bomb at the moment, so he's just sort of sitting idly from any balloons that don't come from this side, just immediately run straight past the cluster bomb. So we will need a shimmer at this side as well, but for now we're alright. We're alright. Do we need any popping power? Are we missing anything? No. Necromancer can do everything. Literally. Right. Start work on this side. Oh, right. ABR? Is it ABR? No, no, no. I was like, why are camo LEDs coming out now? That's weird. Everything's camouflaged. It's just regular rounds. God damn. I don't know why I'm forgetting some simple shit like that. Anyway. Things are looking good. That job I was talking about before that my friend's trying to hook me up with, it's in the pipeline, it's in the works. Like I said, that whole expression of interest thing means I'm potentially at the front of the queue, which is nice. But we shall see. I'm checking my email every day just to be sure. And fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Admittedly, that will absolutely jumble up my entire streaming and YouTube schedule. So, you know, be warned about that. But at the same time, that means I can, you know, evolve my content, you know, buy better shit, get out of this office chair from, you know, like 1985 or whatever it is. It's literally just a barely functional chair at this point. Like, there is, I think it actually belonged to my sister before me. So there's like paint markings on it. I don't know why she was handling paint while in a chair like this, but anyway, it's a decent chair. It's served me well, but if you move even slightly, it creaks like hell. So that's why every time I record a video, I try my best to stay as still as possible. But obviously if I'm streaming and I need to like get up and do something, then it's quite obviously my chair that's squeaking like hell. Okay. Weirdly enough, I think on this map I struggle with Moabs a lot. Like, typically Moabs aren't that big of a deal on like most maps, but for some reason on this one, I don't know, it just hits different or something. I don't actually know what it is, but I genuinely struggle a bit more with Moabs on this. Maybe because, you know, like I typically place all my towers in the corners. And so Sauda's range isn't actually that great. It's like a couple of swings and then the Moab's gone. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. But who knows? Could be, might not be. We'll figure something out. Right. We do actually need something to combat 63, but I think we've already got that with our recursive cluster, if I'm honest. We just need to make sure all the ceramics get decamoed. And because they're coming from the lefts and rights on 63, we might have a good shot, but I don't know. Well, actually, no. We'll be pretty fine, because it'll come out the left and rights on 63, because even numbered rounds come from top and bottom, odd numbers come from left and right. And so, in theory, if they're coming from the left and right, then the one from this side will definitely get decamoed, right? It'll either hit this one and fully get decamoed, or it'll swing around again and hit this one and fully get decamoed, and then recursive cluster will take over. Or the ones from this side will potentially get fully decamoed, less likely though. Go past the recursive cluster, might not all get blown up, and then fully get decamoed here. But then, what? Do they have to go around to here and come up this way anyway? Because your boy might be able to snipe him there. I don't know. We should be able to afford Crossbow Master in time anyway, but just keeping these things in mind. Just keeping these things in mind. Also, I'm loving CT at the moment. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people are getting bored of it on because I've been looking on the BTD6 Reddit or the subreddit, and a lot of people are getting sick of contested territory. And you know, to an extent, I can understand that. You know, like, especially after the first one we had that went on for like fucking 2 weeks. That one was a grind. But now that they're only like, what, 5 days, 7 days? I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's fairly solid. What is it? It's not bi-weekly, it's fortnightly. You know, shows up every 2 weeks. And yeah, I think it's not too bad. I really don't. Okay, Crossbow Master means this is guaranteed win. We will, however, put an alk buff here just to be sure. But yeah, this time around, my team actually does have a bit of competition. Admittedly, I still think we are dominating, you know, like, a bit of competition in the fact that other teams are actually taking tiles now. And, you know, some teams are actually progressing. There are still others that are just completely fucking AFK, which, you know, I can understand. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I'm in a comfortable position with this, I think, where it's like, we're still good enough to beat all the other teams, but the other teams are putting up just enough effort for us to be like, alright, I see you. And then, like, swiftly want to be like, shut that shit down. They're coming close to our territory, shut that shit down. Alright, 63. Yep. Perfect. Crossbow Master's got everything solved. Recursive clusters on backup for the ones that are decamoed. Straight in the bag. Straight in the bag. Honestly, they were a fool to buff Crossbow Master by decreasing the price. Crossbow Master's been a goat since the start of the game. Well, I don't actually know that, but for me personally, Crossbow Master's always been insane. And so finding out that, you know, one of the latest changes on it was to decrease the price of Crossbow Master, I was like, whew, playing with fire, Ninja Kiwi, playing with fire. Because look at this shit shred. God damn. See any of these other towers doing that? Admittedly, this is the only 5th tier, so that makes sense. But still. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. And then on to chutes. Final map. Wow, we're actually flying through these. I really appreciate... Oh, actually, yeah. There's one thing I don't appreciate about contested territory. First of all, what I was going to say before was I really appreciate short and sweet Odysseys, rather than ones that take 10,000 years. And I also appreciate that for contested territory. Why are like 90% of the challenges in contested territory, or the tiles, why are they always like, oh yeah, it's simple, just go from round 6 to round 96. With, you know, 7 towers. And yeah, it's not difficult to do. You know, you've given us good towers and it's completely possible and all the relics make it super overpowered and easy. It's just so fucking long. It just takes 10 years to do. I don't have the patience for that shit. I'm doing impoppable runs while the collection event is still on. And I just don't have time for that shit. Right, let's see if we can outright afford this. Can we? Ooh, no, but we're close. We are so close. Sauda admittedly doesn't cost that much, so not buying her wouldn't help us out of this pickle, but we can get some other things in the meantime. Let's restart. Let's restart. That is a goal of mine later. Ooh, actually, Sauda 720 plus 350 plus 350. That's like, ooh, can we afford it instantly? We'll still be off. Yeah. Ooh, but only by 400. Ooh, makes me wish I brought a village for some discounts. Not that that would make all the difference, but maybe if I sold it afterwards. Anyway. Instead, we'll still ditch these and we'll still place Sauda, but we won't place that guy until we can afford it. What do we want then? Round 90, well... Which side of things do things come out on which rounds? That makes sense. Trust. Because essentially I want a Crossbow Master and I want a thingy. Prince of Darkness. But I don't know on which side does what happen? You know? It feels like that's important to find out. So, let's just place our usual crew and see how we go. Okay, odd numbers on the left. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Okay, odd numbers on the left means even numbers on the right. Round 65, which means our next round that we should actually be worrying about is probably round 70? No, I wouldn't even say that. Our next round that we should probably worry about, if these all go smoothly, maybe like 76? 76 can be a pain. Crossbowmaster can't always solve all the problems in the world. But, I mean, at the moment, it seems to be doing it well. Fortifieds? Hey, fortifieds are fine. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We've found a solid start already. Nice, nice. But yeah, I would like a Prince of Darkness, and then I would like a Spirit of the Forest, but I don't know how soon that'll happen. It seems like quite a way away. Okay, but so far so good. I don't know why I brought along 2 Dart Monkeys. I guess it's just in my nature to bring along all possible good choices. And in my mind, you know, I should have just known from the amount of cash we'd be starting with on most of these maps that we'd be fine. But a lot of the time my brain just thinks 2 Dart Monkeys minimum. 2 Dart Monkeys minimum. 3 definitely if it's like an expert map or like a really difficult map with awkward starts. And you know, obviously no monkey knowledge. So yeah, I'm just keeping it in the back of my head, and then I'm also thinking like, oh yeah, you can do that thing where you get 2 crossbow masters, and then my brain has to remind me like, that's monkey knowledge. Can't do that. Can't do that. Great idea. Can't do it. Poor execution. Okay. So now the question is, if we can't end up affording our favorite, well, my favorite boy, Spirit of the Forest, then what will I get instead? In its place, I mean, I'll probably get a Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness is always great. Although, saying that, Prince of Darkness with balloons that are moving slower than normal. Ooh, cheeky bastard. Prince of Darkness with balloons that are moving slightly slower than normal, or at least Moabs. Not as great. Not as great. Do appreciate them. I really do, but not as fantastic. Maybe we could just sell all these guys at some point. I mean, I've done that before, where I've started a game, been like, okay, yeah, this is an unfortunate set of cash to start us off with, because you can't immediately afford something amazing. So then you just play a couple rounds with something that's, you know, still good, but not what you want. And then you just sell them anyway, because you've made the money for the good thing anyway. Because like right now, this is what I always think about whenever I'm stuck on a round, is just what happens if I sell absolutely everything? What can I afford, and is it good enough to stomp? Right? So this is 22,000. These two together are like 10,000. So like 32,000 plus the 18,000 pretty much gets us what? Back to 50,000. So it's close, but probably not affordable yet. But it doesn't mean we forget about it. Hell no. Jump on those. Oof, beautiful. 76. Can we decamo everything here, please? Oof, okay. 76 sucks. But that's to be expected. Like I said. So, is it just a matter of Balloon Bleed could save us? I don't necessarily know if it will, but let's just try it again. Who knows? Maybe it was just unfortunate luck of the draw that we didn't beat all these guys up. Ooh. See, not bad. Always good to retry a level without changing a single thing. Because who knows? Sometimes shit just works. Right. So think if we get Balloon Bleed and that same luck that we just had, then maybe, just maybe, There you go. Only $800 spent to beat a wave that's a massive pain in the ass. Not bad, not bad. And we've got our ability back, which was a little bit... I was a little bit worried about that. Like, you know, Sauda's ability would obviously have helped us out of that situation, but luckily we just needed an $800 upgrade, which isn't too terrible. But yeah, this is the unfortunate part about chutes and the placement of my towers at the moment, is that Crossbowmaster's dealing all the damage. Necromancer's meant to be helping clean up, but when it's coming from the left, Crossbowmaster pops them too soon before the Necromancer can really help out, and then shit just kind of hits the fan, and it's not great. Right, I've just realized we've got a shitload of money and I'm not spending it on anything. So, let's get a friend that looks like this. And here's the thing. I don't think... everything's camouflaged, right? Everything? Cool. I feel like the left-hand side is fine. Weirdly enough, I feel like the left-hand side can handle itself because of Crossbowmaster. Right-hand side does get shimmered, but I don't know if they get shimmered soon enough. You know? Maybe we can just alk buff everything and hope that it works. I do love a good alk buff solution, but we'll see. If, you know, anyone gets to see the alk buff outside of these two. That'd be nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. It's reaching other towers. It is, it is. Better? Better. Yeah, better. Cool. And we will get that ability back again. Worst case scenario, we can potentially buy Sauda's second ability to solve this instead. Which is pretty nice. Make a little bit of extra money. Just a little bit extra. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh god, they're coming simultaneously. That sucks. See, it really wasn't all that bad until that BFB showed up and ruined our lives. Cool. Right. What do we want to do instead then? Because that was admittedly a pretty expensive solution, and I do still want to get Prince of Darkness at some point. Sword Charge would just straight up solve this situation, but it makes that so expensive. So bloody expensive. We could just get a potential cheap solution like this. Another Wall of Fire is always pretty strong. We can try it. We can try it. See how we do. Right? Because Wall of Fire is basically soloing most of this. Actually, I should have put it closer. That way, this guy actually gets credit. But right now, he's not. Yeah. That's unfortunate. What to do? What to do? Admittedly, Spirit of the Forest would be pretty dope here. I'm not lying about that, but it does essentially mean selling everything. Not entirely sure about that one. Shall we test it? Fuck it. Let's try it, shall we? We don't get anywhere if we don't take risks in life, and this one is mine to take. Does that spread before the start of the round? No? That's cool. I didn't want it to. But now, however, while I'm rethinking my strategy, I do want 2 shimmers. One here, and then one on the other side, obviously. So let's start this, see if it's enough. It might honestly not be. Just because I don't know how quickly these vines will spread. Oh, actually, they're doing pretty well. I think they'll all die. Oh yeah. Goodbye. And the problem is these guys aren't exactly known for their great Moab damage. At least as far as I'm aware. So we'll see how we go. We'll see. Should probably build up that second shimmer, huh? How's the Moab damage? It's not bad. It's honestly not terrible. Okay, I think we can manage this. I think we can. Right. 2 Wall of Fires, 2 Shimmers. We need 2 Necromancers. This will be a good test because this will be, what do you call it? Fortified BFB time. The only thing is, like, I love Prince of Darkness, and I love Necromancers, but I also love Spirit of the Forest, which unfortunately means balloons will be consistently being damaged across the entire track. So Necromancers may be a little bit out of luck when it comes to building up their little armies. Okay, but we are getting an insane amount of cash per round now. We're actually making some money. Because if you didn't know, outside of Spirit of the Forest's ability, technically the description says activated ability generates lives and more cash. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. It gains a new passive ability to generate $1,000 at the end of the round and give you some lives at the end of the round. No active ability does that. Well, you don't get any more cash from the active ability. Oof. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. Mob damage. I mean, we could just chuck down a Mauler. Both of you Necromancer? One's not. Okay. Actually, you know what? We'll try and go for the old Crossbow Master again. Because crit hits are pretty damn strong. And if we can outbuff these guys, even better. I don't actually know this. I've been wondering this, but I don't actually know the answer. So if any of you guys know, please inform me. If you alk buff Spirit of the Forest, do all of the vines on the track also get a massive damage buff? I can't tell. I should be able to tell. Okay, let's not look at it. Okay, look at it now. It's like, what? 11 damage? Now it's still 11 damage. Okay, so it doesn't look like it actually buffs the vines, but I'm hoping the crit hits from this guy and the alk buff from this guy will make up for something. Make up for a little bit of the lost damage. Okay, it did seem like we popped them earlier. Oh yeah, we definitely did. Cool. Very cool. Nice. So now we shouldn't worry too much about ZOMGs. I don't know when the first fortified ZOMG comes out. That's interesting. Oh, actually, yeah. Round 80 plus, these ceramics are going to be much more of a pain. So we need money and quick. But yeah, it's so weird that I don't know when the first fortified ZOMGs come out. I guess I can find out now. Interesting, interesting. Because I know, well, I don't actually care when fortified Moabs come out. Like, I don't know the exact round, but it doesn't matter, because typically they're never a problem. Ooh, why are they lasting so long? That's scary. Fuck that. Okay, that was weird. They seem to survive a really long time for no particular reason. Oh, we can get our recursive cluster back. I don't know if I want it alk buffed, but we can get it back. Cool. Okay, that should help with the cleanup a lot, because I'm assuming basically nothing's getting past these shimmers. At least not still camouflaged, unless they're hiding in really big balloons that we can't pop immediately. That would make sense. Okay, so far so good. And can you believe this is 90% speed? This is 90% speed, right? Yeah, this is 90% speed. Doesn't feel like it. Does not feel like it. Let's do that for some early damage. Because I'm not feeling too good about this. Do it for some more early damage. Because, I mean, why not? If Sauda's not attacking currently, then it's not a waste of an ability. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. Oof. Cheeky. 4 damage. Okay. Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, what? We do actually get lives back from the ability. So why don't we get more money back from it? Interesting. Activated ability generates lives and more cash. It says more cash specifically, but it still gives me 240. A regular jungle boy, Jungle's Bounty gives 240. Unless there's banana farms nearby. Maybe the banana farm increases is better or something. Wow, that just sucked. But we are extraordinarily close to a crossbow master, so what that means is... How much are you? Alright, fine. Sell you both. And then we can put this guy back. Probably better to get a wall of fire than to get anything camo related. Actually, no, that's very dumb. It's extraordinarily better to get... Oh, never mind. You can't camouflage the big boys that aren't DDTs, so... It is actually pretty good to get the wall of fire instead. I was gonna say it would be a dumb idea because everything's camouflaged, but... All the balloons that come out of the big boys aren't particularly... threat. They aren't particularly a big threat. But honestly, the crossbow master didn't do as well as I thought it would there. Like, it did well. It did exceedingly well. It popped everything, but I thought it would do better for some reason. Yep. I guess it is super surrounds now, which makes sense. Still 240. Still want to know where the rest of my money is. Just down to 96 again, but that's fine because we can use this ability. Also, it's the last wave, so why do we care? Summon some balloons back. Little bit of bite. I don't know how we'll do against the DDTs, honestly. I'm hoping we can just spam abilities and beat them with that. In fact, I might even get like a summon phoenix, because that would sort shit out quite nicely. Okay. Round 89, I think, is fairly chill. So far, we haven't seen a single fortified ZOMG, which I'm grateful for, because that was my suspicion that. Wait, no, fortified ZOMGs show up, what, round 97? I think? So if that's the case, then we're fine for now. If we can pop those occasional ceramics. Oh, come on, we're so close. What can I get to get us just over the line? Just a little bit over. Acid Pool, I'll take it. I'll actually take it. Dragon's Breath, maybe. Tempted to take that. Is there anything we definitely need to be able to pop DDTs? Because I think the vines will always hurt DDTs. They can pop whatever the fuck they want. This guy himself can't. Still can't see camo balloons. But he can pop everything else thanks to the top path. So he's useful to keep around. Wait, can we? Okay, so we can't go for the BMA. That would have been an easy cop-out. Maybe just another crit hit. Just anything to deal slightly more damage. Do I throw it at the end? Do I throw it near the start? Do I outbuff it? Do I not? I don't want to outbuff it, because it's going to more superior friendos. Okay, so let's send that. We'll buy the critical hits midway through. And the faster attack speed, so you know. Faster you attack, the more crits you get. Okay, I'll be ready on the abilities as well. Because I get the feeling DDTs are actually going to be fine. Okay, we just took a ceramic to the face. We took a ceramic to the face, but it's okay. We somehow lived to tell the tale. Do we live completely? We do. We actually live completely. Wow, we got 50 lives back end of the round. That's pretty insane. How do we deal against DDTs? Let's just see before we change any strategies. Are we good? Oh, crossbow master means we're good. And that's it. A little bit scary at the end there. A little bit scary, but we managed it. 50 lives remaining. Not too shabby. Not bad rewards, not bad rewards. I kind of wish I got more collection event totems, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. The event's almost over anyway. But that has been The Legend of Sauda by Creatorforce. Sorry I forgot about you, Creatorforce, but you've made some exceptional Odysseys in the past, and I hope to see more from you in the future. Anyway, that has been that Odyssey. My brain is just not functioning right now. I hope you guys can forgive me. I'm turning into some sort of fucking alien. I'm evolving. What do they call it? Chest bursters? Yeah, something like that's happening to me. I don't know. But anyway, that's been the Odyssey. I hope this has helped. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care and have a great week.